Friends, we're back. We're just waiting for dawn, and we're gonna pop into Ruins of Blackwatch Keep. Have a look, see what's in there. On the off chance that it is enemy raiders and we're able to defeat them, I'm gonna want my front line to have kite shields. And I'm gonna want everyone to be fully repaired with their armor. Yeah, we can do without the extra morale. I mean, it's nice, but I think it's more important that he has a shield out. How long to repair? 17 hours, jeez, like 8 hours. And that ought to do it. What's still being repaired here? That's all good, that's all good. Ah, yeah, that's fine. 11 points of armor. What is in here? A load of goblins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I suppose we can hang around a bit with our bowmen and try to thin their numbers out a bit, and we can come back in here a bit later. But as you can see, Adpoling is just having a torrid time. I still think we are gonna retreat. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ugh. Oh, for fuck's sake. That really complicates things. If someone can break that from Andarion, if everyone can get broken out and still move. We are going to get out of here. It's just a question of how long it takes to get out of here. Oh, fuck. Goblins. Because this piece of shit doesn't have a cooldown on his trapped in vines spell, you can just keep everyone permanently trapped in vines. That's such bullshit. Alright, nice way to start an episode with a bit of rage. Like, you know, group up, don't group up, because then you can vines. We're gonna try to get Andarion out of there somehow. Adpoling has got to get the hell out of there. At least one square back, even if it means I put him there. I'm pretty sure these little goblins can't shoot. They can shoot 7 tiles at most. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They can't hit this line. Unless they have a ranged or archery specialist, which I think they might actually have. I hate goblins. So these are 45% chances. That's quite high. Oh my word, finally, run! I don't want to sound the alarm yet to run, because this motherfucker is still gonna cast his bullshit on the next turn. It is such dog shit. It has to have a cooldown. How can you not give that skill a cooldown? They can just permanently lock down your entire f***ing group of brothers. I'm gonna try to figure out how the hell I can get these guys loose. How far can I move? I'll try that. That's 4 AP. It leaves me with 2. I can move only 1 square back then. Then get inland area on back. At Parling. I'm going to start creeping back in 1 square every turn. And our Bobbins is going to fail to get out of that vines. Flamenco, that costs how much? 4 AP. No, then he can't get back. Bobbins is poisoned, so rip Bobbins, I guess. Now, maybe it's not the end of the world, because I could have sworn that almost all of the goblins failed to give chase there. The fact that Bobbins is poisoned and trying to run doesn't look good for... Oh, please stay put, goblins, you little bastards. Oh, I fucking hate goblins so much. Run, Bobbins. Going to be so satisfying once we have our full armor up front and we're tough enough to just run towards them and just murder them. Now, goblins are such a problem until you get to the super late game and you have all your gear. Then they're not that threatening. But until then, as you can see, oh, it's a nightmare fighting these things. Well, at least we know what's in there. Also, with a different squad setup, we could maybe have justified going in there at night. But, yeah, no. This is not a fight we can win at this point. It's just too many goblin archers. I mean, if I had my billmen and my shield breakers, I could justify leaving all my archers behind and just charging at them at night. That might go better. But even if we did that right now, at the current level we're at, that would still be quite bad for us. Okay, no injuries at least, just hit points and armor. And at least we know what's in there. That was intel. Intel we've paid for dearly. But intel nonetheless. One change I wish they would make is if, like, you know, if you have a falcon on you, or maybe even some background like, you know, Beast Slayer or whatever that interacts with the falcon so that you can get an idea of what's in there without having to physically go in there. Okay, what you got for us? Marauding greenskins, fine. If they're marauding, they're beatable. This is what makes me think twice about taking on a mission to clear out a goblin camp. It could be anything as hard as that, and as you can see, that shit ain't easy. But we're close though, we're close. We need a few more sets of heavy armor, and those goblins will be a lot easier to kill. One thing I want to think about then, I want to look at Parling. Now, in that fight, he took almost all of the shots. And myself and some of the other guys were debating in the comments as to how the AI works. My understanding is that they just pick the guy on the front with the lowest range defense and they just pepper him with arrows. And Ad Parling has 26, which is the lowest, so that kind of fits in with my understanding. But one of the other guys, it might have been Dolmar or Mazuma, pointed out that there's some sort of EHP, effective hit point calculation, that goes into it as well. So they calculate and they shoot the person they think they can kill, which I suppose would still be Ad Parling in that situation because 78 hit points. He's got high hit points in some of the lads, but he's got the lowest armor of everybody on the front line. So we can't tell from that fight who's right. I mean, I hope this is orcs and not goblins. Orcs are so much easier. Okay, so some ambushes and many wolf riders. The lads are still hurting quite a lot. I think we'll probably just run these guys into the road, into some backup. If we can fight them at night, it'll go a lot easier for us to neutralize those horrible ambushes. 11 of them, so some ambushes, so 4 to 5, and like 8 wolf riders. But because we've only got 2 archers and they've got 5, they won't run at us. They'll just stand back and pepper us with arrows. And that'll be a long battle of attrition that we'll lose. This is where having 4 dedicated archers would be so much better for us, because even if they do stand there, we have 4 archers, especially 4 archers with warbows, then we can win the ranged battle. But with our ninjas now, we can't win the ranged battle. That's an encouragingly big footprint, so that should be a group of army soldiers. There we go. First Hell's Oval, they're just cleaning up some other disgusting goblin filth. Okay, so the other group of 8 that were in there, I've gotten pulled into it as well, but I hope we start in a line with the soldiers. Probably not, they were already engaged, so yeah, we'll start down at the south. But honestly, we can just hang down by the south and wait for the soldiers to clean up most of these goblins. Or maybe we put our lads there and put our archers on those 2 bits of high ground. I can't imagine these goblins are going to run at us. I can't see that happening. Yeah, they're right there. Well, that's unfortunate now, because most likely these goblins will run into high ground against us before we can get to the high ground. It should only be a few of them though, because the majority of their forces should go for the soldiers. Should. And we can knock them back and forcefully take the high ground. That sounds painful. Die, little goblin scum. I have to admit, I'm a goblin racist. Don't like goblins. Ooh, that sounded painful. Oh, that sounds like goblins getting slaughtered. But the numbers haven't gone down yet. Okay, men, you know what to do. Get into position. Good, that's the main thing. I've claimed this high ground for my archers at least. That's big. Yes, and Andarion, great shot. Expecting this goblin to come around here. Yeah, you better run. It occurs to me that I'm very curious to see how our ninjas will fare once we are in the Civil War, late game Crisis, in those big pitched battles. I think they might do quite well, actually. I mean, if I can imagine if there's an enemy group of soldiers here, they normally have kite shields or heater shields. The guys with the heaters are impossible to hit with our front line because they have heater shields. But then our ninjas should be able to hit them pretty reliably. Let's creep forward as we attack. You can only imagine these little goblins panicking, like, shit, they're on our flanks. Run! Up, 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 up. Goblin language. Booga booga, goblin language. Well struck, footman. Yeah, now that they're getting crushed now. I wonder if it's time to charge. Well, we've already midway through this turn. At the start of the 4th turn, I think we can charge. Right, oh no. 38%, 59. I think go for the Wolf Rider. A fine shot in the head. Charge, men. 59. I think go for the 72%. That's the better shot. Bam. And the 38 misses, not surprising. So, Walrum. Oh, that sounded painful. It was probably the best thing about the maces, that delightful meaty crunch when you land a mace shot. Oh no, giver of no fucks. Slayer of goblins. Quite a sizable force of soldiers. I think this was first Scharfenstein, wasn't it? Get them, boys. None of these little things survive. Yes! Release the hounds, boys. Chopper, get him. Good dog. I say, careful of that bloody crossbow. Kill my damn dog. That's fine, he's done. Still, as a point of principle, we'll hang around and see the last little disgusting green piece of shit get killed. Yeah, die! First Haushovel. Thank you for your help, First Haushovel. A business fighting alongside you. A pleasure fighting alongside you. Not much in the way of profit there. Also, I need to stop looking at potential recruits. I do love a militiaman. They're so versatile. +5 melee skill, +5 range skill. If I can find militiamen for pretty much cost price, which is to say not carrying any armor, I'll almost always buy them in the early game. They can be so good. Some of my best fighters ever have been militiamen. So that'll be a fight against Alps, which I certainly don't want. Escort caravan to Hellsovel. I want to go there anyway, so we'll take that afterwards. This is End the Nightmares. Nope. And please be a patrol. We haven't had a good... Okay, so Nasty Brutes, Cleaverman in 2. This is Orcs, so that's more doable. Child Snatcher's Cave. Player small, 350 and 17. I think that's doable. I think it's doable. Got enough iron wool potions. White and blue paint. Yeah, fine. Why not? Well, there's nothing we can actually paint here, but no. That was a waste. We'll see what orcs are up against, but most likely we will just go for spear wall to start with. Now I don't have my bucklers now that I typically hang on to. I don't want to fight with the kite shield against orcs because it's so heavy, but at the same time you want that backup shield, because an axe wielding orc can break a round shield in a single swing. I should probably go with a backup shield on my frontline lads. 72 melee skill. I want a sword. Yeah. He is, with his iron lungs, going to recover 19 fatigue per turn. So he can pretty much use slash without any fatigue loss. If he uses the mace, 26 fatigue minus 19, so minus, he'll lose 7 fatigue every turn. Pretty damn good. Axe isn't bad either, and it gives us a shield breaking option. Now stick with a sword. A sword I think is perfectly fine against orcs. Antidote we probably won't need. Certainly won't need Blessed Vial. The danger here is going to be orc warriors, and I can expect there to be 1 or 2. Cheers, lads. Good lord, look how far it is. Okay, we can stop in at Trogan, hopefully get some resources, and go through Hemmelmark. Another reason to prefer the Greenskins marauding mission over the Greenskins camped mission. Can be, as you can see, it becomes such a pain to run all the way out there. Hogan welcomes you with horrifying screams. 3 of its citizens. Oh yes, so witches burning. We've gotten that before. That seems to be just a bit of flavor text. I don't think there's really any effect to that. Especially considering we have a witch hunter in our party. So if something was going to proc with witches being burnt, you'd think it would be the witch hunter that has something to say about it. Or the monk, and I believe we have a monk in our party as well. Ah, just night time. Unlucky. Hopefully they're having a fair or ambush trade routes or something that's going to drive prices up. Building materials needed. Only 80 gold profit per copper. That's a bit disappointing. God, miles away. I need more food, that's for sure. We'll stop in at Grundwasser and buy some mushrooms. This is a frustrating mission. It's going to be 6 days of traveling. For like 2 days to get there and 2 days to get back. A bit longer considering the roundabout way I've had to go. 4 days worth, yeah, that'll do. I was gonna say, it better not be friggin' goblins when we get there, but no, that's orcs. I've got to say I've been disappointed with our ability to generate money in the last 2 or 3 weeks. Not made what I was hoping we would in terms of cash. Okay, so only a few orc warriors, that's good. Michael Stubbs, the Bannerman. The big danger for him is to get closed in in melee range. He just needs to stay alive, and I reckon he should have a fair chance of doing that. On-off mace specialist, that'll be fine. Some orc and a few warriors. Let's go for the spear wall. Expect to lose some men. You can say that again. So looking at the orc warriors, I'm encouraged that there's only one axe there. The cleavers hurt like hell, but at least you can maintain a shield wall against them. And let's look at the orc young. We're going to preferentially target the ones with axes. Did I not give Kremenko a fucking spear? Urgh. Do this. We'll go forward 1 square. So Alvarin will go there, which puts Tobit there. Sometimes the spear wall can not be that effective because these orcs that have shields will put the shield up and then charge into it and then have enough melee defense to have it bang into the shield. Oh, nice headshot. That's what I'm talking about. 59. Why not? How much armor damage was that? 40 armor damage. That's not bad. It just shows you how much armor they have. It looks like it's over 400. That looks like less than 10% of its armor. A little scary. Throwing toothpicks, that's totally fine. You see what I mean about the shield? Yeah, at least it worked there for us. Good. Good boyos. You shoot at. I mean, I could break that shield, but it doesn't feel like it's worth it. It's just outright shoot at the damn thing. Nice. $59, $69. Now my ninjas have footwork. No, they don't, but they can be fairly safe because they've got shield expert. I can just back them to not get hit. See? Good stab at Polling. Oh shit, bobbins. Oh, low chances, good job. Actually, with the Alvarin, it looked like that was 70% chance to hit, even with the shield up. Really good. This is where it gets scary. I'll focus this one down first. Do I step in and take the longsword swing? I think at this point I do. I'm an idiot. And now I kind of have to move forward to support him. Normally I'd wait for him to attack before I switch out of my my shield, but I've got enough armor that I prefer this warrior attacking Kremenko opposed to Bobbins. $79, $64. Oh, you fucking kidding me? Two almost 80% and they both fucking bounced off the shield. God damn it. Unfortunate. 52%. Yes! Now these orc warriors are going to force their way in, which is a little scary. Gonna put a shield up there. Yeah, my actual archers have footwork, so they can footwork away. I don't mind that too much. That's used a lot of his fatigue. And the sooner these things get fatigued, the better. I can't knock him back, I can't do shit now. I have to get footwork on my ninjas. Poke him with this little... Yeah, it's not going to do very much. 19 armor damage, 17 armor damage. Not good enough. Well, every little bit helps. Just checking if I have a net, but unsurprisingly I don't have a net there. Get him, boys. Hand axe does respectable damage. At Pauling, you just got to hang on to your fatigue. You are in a lot of trouble being in contact with two of these things. Oh, damn it! You can't beat two-handed weapons. bobbins. Just stab. This guy's low enough that we can just try kill him quick as we can. Oh, scary. At least these things are easy to hit. I'll, say that about them. Oh, yes. Love axes. Oh, how close. Right. Nice damage. Fine. If he's spending his fatigue on pushing forward like that, he's not spending it swinging that huge orc weapon. And much later on, when we are mega rich, we can give our ninjas those tier 3 spears. Actually, for fights just like this, if I had the choice, I would have gone with only throwing axes. So I should probably collect a few throwing axes and hang on to them. Nice. Off with his head. Well fought, men. Very well fought. It's a pity we had to trek halfway across the bleeding world to get out here. The battle over, you search your camp. Amongst the ruins, you find what appears to be heavy armor and human weapons in a very unusable state. Sadly, you don't find those that perhaps once belonged to. My hopes up with that description of heavy armor. Ooh, undead. Hexen. Is that 10 Hexen? Many dire wolves. Do we jump in and help them? Some footmen. I think we jump in and help them. The zombies aren't so bad. The dire wolves should run at us straight away. And then it's really just up to my archers to make sure that we can take out those Hexen. And if I can get my hands on some witch hair, that'll be great. Because, I mean, as we saw, we got, what, 1,600 gold for it. That being said, let's carry wooden sticks. Just in case anybody gets mind controlled. 4 wooden sticks up front. Poisoned oil could be good. We can't just let first Brunwald get wiped out. To the rescue! Or to our certain deaths. 19 versus 28. Scary. At least if the soldiers are going to get their minds controlled, we can still take the Hexen out of our archers. If it means we kill some of the soldiers, that's just unfortunate. But as long as it's not my guys, frankly, I don't care. Harsh, I know, but them's the facts. So what are the direwolves doing? I would expect the direwolves would have ran all the way forward and engaged with the soldiers. So once it's the soldiers' turn, we should hear a lot of swings and shots landing onto the direwolves. I think what they have to do to balance the Hexen is to give their skills cooldowns. The Alps as well. Everything needs cooldowns. You can't have these enemies just being able to just constantly and endlessly able to throw out their special abilities. It's fucking bonkers. Especially those Goblin Shaman. God, that's bullshit. Just lock down half your team endlessly. Bullshit. So is it just me, or on the beginning of this turn, I think the soldiers resisted both of those mind control attempts. Pretty incredible. Makes me wonder what their morale must be. Resolve, I mean, not morale, resolve. Looks like they're all rabid, they're all frenzied direwolves. No! Oh, you I need to move Michael Stubbs closer to give the resolve boost. Okay, good. Bump him on the head and move forward. Where are all the zombies? They must be coming from this side. Good hit. And I wish our banner looked that cool. Now, how does this work exactly? So now our guy is mind controlled. But now at the start of the next turn, is he going to be no longer mind controlled? Now that was super fucking unlucky. Come on. The pike, yeah, 19% chance. Ugh. The pike gets an accuracy debuff when attacking in the square next to it. That was unfortunate. Oh, resisted. That could actually be worth it, because if I can kill these direwolves, then these lads will move forward. Oh, for fuck's sake, 250% missed. 49% miss. 69 miss. Listen, I think he's still going to get an attack off. Fuck, that's annoying, man. Fucking mind control them. And mind control lasts for 2 turns as well. Yeah, fuck you, die. Bullshit. Elverin. I really hope we can get the last hits on these Hex. If we don't get the last hits, we don't get their hair. I still haven't figured out what to do with the poisoned apples. If any of you know what they do, please don't spoil me in the comments. I don't want to know. I want to figure it out myself. Oh, come on. And so we learned from the last time, don't kill that Hex now, because it'll kill the Landarion. Now I wouldn't be surprised at all if one of these guys kills that Hex. Should make some changes, like she's connected to Landarion, but she has to be unstunned to be able to have the damage transfer across. Like, that makes sense. So if you stun her, that bit of damage when you do the stun would obviously hurt the person she's linked to, but then any further damage done while stunned shouldn't transfer over to the person who's marked. I swear to God, if these soldiers kill that Hexen, then Landarion dies as well. I'm going to be so pissed. Especially because we're risking our lives to help these soldiers. I suppose if I had taunted in the situation, I could have forced her to punch me rather than trying to use her mental spells and shit. And on the logic that the guys who we don't have long-term plans for, I've got to decide on a name for those types of recruits. I don't know, just replacements or temporaries or something like that. The guys who I'm going to start giving rotation to, maybe you just give them taunt as well. Now, if that zombie kills that Hex, I'm going to shit my pants. It's what makes me want to never fight these Hexen. It just makes fighting them such a bummer. And that as well. She fucking uses the mind control thing and then the Hex in the same turn. At least I resist it. Oh. I'm just moaning non-stop today. He's still hexed. No, but it said he resisted it. Is that the hex from the last time she cast it? Adult Polling resists being charmed thanks to his resolve. Hexes in Landarion. She just renewed the hex. Ugh, I fucking hate these. I'm never fighting witches again. It's just not worth it. Yeah, this bitch isn't attached to someone. Now I've got to keep this fucking cow alive until her charm wears off. Ugh, sucks. And it's so irritating. It's just not fun. Oh, don't you fucking dare. Can I rotate her out or something? If I knock her back, it just puts her into more trouble. Now I've got to fight to keep this bitch alive. I mean, fuck this. This is so stupid. Can she even attack? No, she can't. Fair enough, but ugh. And yes, you make the argument that if you have high enough resolve, none of this happens, but good lord, man. Okay, so I need to rotate that footman out. I need to surround her and basically protect her until she can manage to fail hexing someone, or she hexes one of their soldiers, then we can try kill her. This is so dumb. Yeah, we gotta surround this bitch as quick as we can. Okay, one more spot there needs to be occupied. Yeah, she's stunned at least, so now in the next turn she can't recast the hex. Fuck's sakes. Kameko, get ready. As soon as that hex wears off, you behead that fucking old bitch. Ugh. So triggered. God, it makes me want to not play. Like, makes me want to take a break. Ugh. Let me look at it another way. I mean, if you have high enough resolve, these witches don't do anything. So I already get everyone's resolve up to 50. If I can justify changing my leveling up strategy, I can sacrifice one perk and give Fortified Mind. That should get everyone's resolve up to 63. Plus the bonus from the bannerman gets it up to 70 odd. Okay, looks like it's worn off. Bitch. And at that point, you're going to resist their spells more often than not. And not only will you resist the spells, you will become confident a lot quicker and easier. So I forget who it was in the comments, but you were saying that I shouldn't take, scroll again, here you go, Steel Brow. But I've historically taken Steel Brow just as an insurance policy against that one shot from a crossbow that just insta-gives you. But now that so many of the enemies rely on morale, maybe we can change the leveling up order to... I mean, if I look at my two-handed raider build, the only perk I can conceivably justify taking out of my leveling up order would be Steel Brow. 25%, yeah, 62.5, call it 63. It would also help greatly against Geists. Okay, let's do that. Let's change the leveling order. We'll drop Steel Brow. Admittedly, then occasionally guys will get one shot by tier 3 crossbows. But that's going to happen a lot less than having to deal with this resolve morale bullshit. Also, helping one of these groups of soldiers, I think that improves your relation with the noble house. I mean, it certainly should. Oh, Warbow is doing work! And that's awesome. We got both of the strands of witch hair. I'm annoyed. Great job, Van Thorn. I need to watch Shaun of the Dead again. Such a good film. Hey, oh no, you've got red on you. Good, nicely dodged. I'm really glad we helped these guys out. I think there's no doubt that they would have been wiped out if we didn't help them. Good job, boys. We're almost done here. Ah, whoops, wrong weapon. Haha, good shot. So, honestly, it's a bloody miracle no one died there to those Hexen. What absolute bitches. I mean, I said I'll never fight them again, but I suppose you can justify taking the risk if you're going to fight them in a relatively small group. And having the, allied soldiers there actually made that way more difficult. So, if in a future fight there aren't quote-unquote allies there to help us, I might be more willing to take on a fight like that. Those allies did not make it easier for us. Not in the least bit. Righto, men. Onwards. One, two, three, four, five. I think we'll grab one more hand axe. Well, actually, two more. If we get seven, then when I fight a Shrat again, all seven of the front line can use hand axes. How long has this episode been? 59 minutes, okay. So, we learned a lot there. Primarily, we learned how much I hate Hexen. They can fuck right off. But we managed to get through it with no one dying. Another level up on Michael Stubbs. On the next level, he'll have ready the troops. With only 80 resolve, it's not going to be great. Sergeant Leothan's got 88, so he's fine as well. At a certain point now, I can actually go back to having, well, once put Michael Stubbs in the middle, but I tend to put him next to the people who have the lowest resolve. Fine. I get. Right. Whew, that was intense. Thanks for watching, friends. I'm Stobbie. This is Battle Brothers Beasts in Exploration DLC. I hate Hexen. Let me know what you guys think about the Hexen and the Alp, and any ideas you have. What do you make of my comments and how we could change it to make it a bit more balanced? I mean, I crapped and moaned about how much I hate them, but we'll see how changing my leveling strategy affects this. It kind of means that Tobit Schlongen is not going to fit in, but I mean, imagine taking away Steelbrow and giving him Fortified Mind. You would have 61 resolve. Plus 8. The 69 resolve. Okay friends, thanks for watching. See you next time.